I played like in primary school in the playground, but it was very much a case of like, you're a girl, you can't play.
I think it's the community that's built here, and I was thinking the other day, it's a family and it feels like a family.
Come on, we got this.
When you go around, you'll see that everybody knows each other and everyone makes an effort to know each other and role model themselves for the younger girls. You know, we've got older ones that mentor some of the younger girls that might be shy or, you know, don't have as much confidence.
They're just absolutely brilliant. Just that kind of, the positivity, the laughs we have. Yeah, it's just absolutely brilliant.
With Pav, I just remember when I was little, she was always so nice and it was always fun. We'd always be like joking around. But then when it's time to actually play football, we play football.
Right, my name's Viv Jeffers, East London Ladies, here in Hackney. And we are a project that is supported by Active Communities Network. East London Ladies is more than a football club. I always say the FC is a football community rather than a football club, because that's what we're about. We're about building a community, supporting the community and supporting all those as part of the community, both football related and outside of football. So it could be along the lines of the time of the month, if they don't feel, 100% themselves. They are able to communicate that with us, but then that leads on to other things. I have groups of girls that go on holiday together, that go out for food together. So it's not only about the football and what the club does for them, and then you also got the mental health aspect. You've got the physical health aspect as well.
You know how the world is changing at the minute, very stressful. Even if you look at well-being of children these days, it's good for their life skills, teamwork, communication, learning rules. And of course, play football as well. It's been around for 15 years in total, but me and Viv, we co-founded the club 10 years ago now. So actually, this summer is our 10-year anniversary of me and Viv doing the club together. One of our unique selling points is that East London Ladies is just for females. Around here, you'll see a lot of girls' clubs that are joined with boys' clubs, but there's not many clubs that are just for females. They can come dressed in whatever they want to dress, as long as it's safe and comfortable. Be themselves, play football, make friends, and it's just for females and a safe space for girls and women.
As soon as you turn up to one session, you feel like part of the family and you're made to feel welcome, and there's no kind of competition, there's no drama. You're just there, you're there to have a good time, you're there to make friends, and you're there to play football with two coaches who love coaching football and want to build a community. My name's Holly. Today we're at London Fields, and my role in the club is I'm a player for the development team and co-captain of that team. So I moved to London from a very small town, and it was overwhelming moving to the big city, and I didn't really feel like I had a community. And for someone who's grown up in team sports and around lots of sporting kind of environments, I thought, a good way to make friends here would be to put my football boots back on, dust them off, and go to some training sessions. Then I was just Googling it, looking on kind of Instagram of trying to find a local team, and I stumbled across East London Ladies and dropped an email in, and they were actually starting beginners programs, so 4-week slots of the same groups of people, and within that 4 weeks I'd already made loads of friends and we'd carried on, and then after those sessions it just all really developed, and now we all train kind of every week, all very committed, and joined a league and stuff, so that's how I got into it.
Get down a bit. 3, 2, 1, hold! Hold, don't hack. Hold. Watch. You lot are still up. When you see me here, I'm here and I'm down. Don't be like this. You want to be like little crabs. Little crabs, go like that. Come on. That's it. Watch. Force the mistake. Don't hack at their legs. Go. Down. Well done, force the mistake. 2 each and then switch. Turn it there. Nice, Moon. Last couple. This is not my full-time job. I actually work for the NHS as a full-time job. This is a voluntary part-time job, and I say part-time because it literally is about 5 days a week that I'm committed to doing football and running the sessions for both girls and women. So, for example, this session runs on a Saturday morning, and we will start setting up from about 8:30. The first session starts at 9, and then the last session ends at 1:30.
And then in the weekdays, we have training sessions for beginners development and for the senior team as well. So you could count it as a semi-full-time job.
We've got a group of 20 women who train on a Tuesday. Who's going to wash the bibs, for example? So we kind of made a bit of a joke, right, last person to put the bib in the bag has to wash them. And that's kind of stuck. So now at the end of the training session, everyone's hammering towards the bag just because they don't want to be the one to wash the bibs. But we all share that, and that's a community feel.
Let's be honest, we are in London and here it's like so crazy. Everyone is like just on the run. So having that time for yourself, it's a bit difficult.
We took this off Viv and Pav because we knew how difficult it was. So we get our team sheets together. We get all the kind of apps together to see what players are available, when, and that takes a lot of work. And that usually falls down to Viv and Pav. You know, we're just one team. They've got many teams. They're going to be doing that for like over 10 teams. It takes a lot of work. You're coordinating so many different things, as well as trying to have your own life. And that comes from community. They don't do it because they get paid, because they don't. They do it because they want women and girls to have access to good quality training and be able to play football and have fun and make friends and feel safe. And they're doing it for free. So that is community in itself.
Yeah, girls, let's go for a run, up and down 4 times. Right, everyone get a ball each first and leave it there. Make sure you know where your ball is. So what we're gonna do, is it flat? Yeah. Put the flat ones, if you're... All right, when you finish doing this, we put the flat ones away. 1, 2, 4, I think it is. Right, go. Dribble, leave your ball. Yes! Go, go, go! Yes, look up! Go again, make sure! Yes!
Little ladies are training on pitches with this massive, like, you can't see my feet, it's a massive pothole. And I think we're playing on a cricket pitch, and it's you know, one of the only spaces available that Viv and Pav can get hold of to run these sessions.
Cricketers come in, and at times they would take off the ropes, and we could be doing a session such as this, and they take off the ropes and they're pulling and dragging the ropes in the middle of us playing a game or in the middle of us doing drills, which is just very disrespectful.
We want to make a protest saying, like, get off our pitch. And they have no care that we're just training there. There's a blue net that goes around their cricket pitch, and they dragged it straight through our pitch without even thinking about it. And it's a bit disrespectful.
Thursdays as well, the league I play for has just had to split from 3 individual kind of separate leagues and levels and merge into 2 because our pitch got taken over by a men's club. So we just didn't have the space. We've had to merge league, which is a bit frustrating as well, because we're talking about promotion and relegation on, I guess, a small level, it might seem to some people, but it's what you work with your team for a long time. And then all of a sudden, it just doesn't feel like, it feels like the goalposts have shifted. And the league that we play for is amazing. It's called the Goalposts League. But yeah, it is a case of space and availability and funding, like what people can actually pay for. And we kind of need the support there, I think.
Washing our own bibs and maintaining our own bibs. So we don't have that, you know, option to take our bibs elsewhere and get them washed. You know, it's not cheap to be able to do that. And also sometimes, you know, it would help in terms of league affiliation to be able to cover the cost to affiliate with a league, to pay for a league so that the players can play in. So it's just little things like that that will be great for the club.
I think personally we need an astro pitch because I love the grass and everything, but there's so many holes, there's always like animals running through our pitch, there's always something happening that stops the game, and it doesn't help us. Like if there was like even just a grass pitch that wasn't open so people can't stop us from playing, that would help us a lot.
Let's say in football, look at the amount of ACL injuries we've had in the last 2 seasons alone. It's not surprising that these injuries are happening and that women and girls can't get to the top level of their sport because of injuries, because when the top athletes now, they would have been training on pitches like this. They would have been playing with boys and men on pitches like this, and they didn't have access to proper strengthening and conditioning. They're kind of given a training programme and expected to do that rather than being in a funded gym with a strength and conditioning coach and physios and everything.
I believe it's just because it's monopolized by men. Like all the sessions, most of the time, they're just given already to the men. And I believe after Euro 2022, once England won their Euro 2020, this is when like the football became more popular for women, and there was a bit more availability. But in terms of like slots and location, it's a bit hard to find it.
The more funding that's readily available for these types of projects, the more we can grow it, because we can get more coaches in. It will enable us to get even more girls to play. So yeah, we're always looking for that funding to keep it sustainable. We are a grassroots club, and without funding and without support from local businesses, charities and people who could provide us with support for the projects, we wouldn't be able to do this.
I feel like we've been around for 10 years. And we want to stay around even for the next 10 years and 20 years and all that. So hopefully we can get that, so we can keep this community going and, you know, offer a safe space for everyone to enjoy football.
I think the future and vision of East London Ladies, one that I've always said is to take what I do to another country, so to a developing country. I would love to do that, whether it's running sessions for a month, for girls that are not so privileged to have access to football, so taking footballs there, taking equipment there and going to developing country. And also for me, staying in the UK and staying in London, I would love the opportunity to be able to reach more girls and women, just to have more teams playing competitively in leagues. You know, we have a waiting list for the majority of our sessions that we run, and I hate saying no to people. I hate saying and turning them down because I don't have the capacity to be able for them to play or to come to the session. So for me, it's to grow the club in terms of growing the number of members and players that attend the club and that are part of the club. Come in, come in, come in, come in.